Even the most secular person, to deal with history properly, would have to in some way deal with religion and deal with, honestly, Christianity, because in a westernized world that we live in, that is a very serious religious superpower, and everywhere in the world, I think.
But okay, only prophecy though can give you the right way to deal with it, because I think most secular people would acknowledge that, you know, you have to deal with religion to deal with history. It's such a big part of history. But if you don't do it through the prophetic narrative, the correct prophetic narrative,
then you can arrive at facts, but you cannot arrive at truth.
And you might end up saying, well, look what religion's done. We actually should get rid of religion.
Right, because, I can give you all the reasons, right? The slaves were brought over here on the good ship Jesus. Somebody told them that Jesus was bringing them to bondage. They gave the slaves slave Bibles, right? That said, slaves obey your masters, and they left out the book of Exodus, where it was in God's will to free the slaves.
They took it straight out of that Bible.
They took it straight out of the Bible. They took out the whole Exodus and different things like that.
And I'm just saying, just reading the facts can bring you to a wrong conclusion about those things.
You can come to the conclusion that Christianity is a white man's religion, and you could totally ignore the fact that who did the slaves call on whenever they could not make it through their situations.
Right.
They called on Jesus,
who brought them through, who gave them that resilience, and the fact that there was plenty of Christians in Africa.
Yeah, and it's not about Christianizing Africa and making it seem like everybody in Africa was a Christian. Surely,
absolutely not.
But not everybody in Europe was either. Like not everyone was a Christian. So let's just be honest and give a real perspective on history.
And let's keep going back to the prophetic narrative, which is the only way that we can properly interpret history.